We will start in 5 minutes. Yes. So good morning. In our last class, we were discussing about the Rutherford's atom model, and I have told you, according to Rutherford, an atom consists of, suppose this is an atom. According to Rutherford, an atom consists of a central positively charged core called as nucleus. And he says most of the mass and all the positive charge is concentrated in the nucleus. The negatively charged electrons revolve around the nucleus in different circular orbits. He says for these electrons to revolve around the nucleus, the necessary centripetal force is provided by the Coulomb's force of attraction between nucleus and the electron. I have told you, nucleus will generally have a positive charge of plus Ze. The charge plus Ze means the nucleus contains Z number of protons. Whenever a nucleus has Z number of protons in it, the charge on it will be plus Ze. I have told you charge on each proton will be plus 1e. One proton will charge plus 1e today. On 2 protons it will be plus 2e. On 3 protons it will be plus 3e. And on Z protons it will be plus Ze. So the charge on the nucleus will be plus Ze. And the charge on the electron will be minus e. So being unlike charges, nucleus mal positive charge ade, electron mal negative charge ade. Because of this, there will be a Coulomb's force of attraction between these two charges. There will be Coulomb's force of attraction. Rutherford says this Coulomb's force of attraction between nucleus and the electron provide necessary centripetal force for this electron to revolve around the nucleus. Electron ige nucleus sutta suttike centripetal force kododu Coulomb's force anta ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. This is what we have discussed in the last class. With this idea of Rutherford's atom model, we will now try to obtain an expression for radius of electron orbit. See, he says electron revolves around this nucleus in circular orbit. Whenever an electron is revolving in the circular orbit, suppose this is an electron revolving in a circular orbit, there must be some radius for this circular orbit. This circular orbit is radius irubakala. What is the radius of the circular orbit of electron? That is to be calculated by us. This circular orbit the radius that is to be estimated. So we will now try to obtain an expression for radius of electron orbit using Rutherford's atom model. We will obtain an expression for radius of electron orbit of a hydrogen atom. See, we need to obtain a radius of electron orbit for a hydrogen atom using Rutherford's model. Using Rutherford's model. That means we need to use the idea told by Rutherford about an atom to obtain expression for radius of electron orbit. We need to use the ideas that are being told by Rutherford to obtain the expression for radius of electron orbit of hydrogen atom. So to do this, we will consider the central positively charged core of an atom. And we know the central positively charged core of an atom is called nucleus, and the charge on the nucleus will be plus Ze. So this will be the nucleus. And we know what is plus Ze. Explanation of plus Ze is the charge on the nucleus. Can you see the board clearly? Can you see the board clearly? Clear to the board? Very good. So plus Ze will be the charge on the nucleus. And let us suppose here is an orbit. This is a circular orbit in which an electron of charge E. This is an electron having charge E is revolving. See, this is an electron orbit. This is the electron orbit. This is the nucleus. The charge on the nucleus is plus Ze. Here is the electron. The charge on the electron is E. We are just writing the magnitude of the charge. Sir, minus E is the charge. Yes, the charge on electron is minus E. But we are just considering the magnitude of the charge in this case. So E is the charge on the electron. We are just writing magnitude of charge on the electron. Since this electron will be revolving around the nucleus, it will have a tangential velocity. V is the velocity of the electron. V is the velocity of the electron. And this will be the radius of the circular orbit. Notice this is the circular orbit of electron. R is the, let R be the radius of the circular orbit. We need to find out the value of R. R eshtirtade find out madಬೇಕು. We need to obtain expression for R. So this is the diagram that is to be drawn. If you are asked to obtain expression for radius of electron orbit of a hydrogen atom using Rutherford model, just draw this diagram. Represent a nucleus and write the charge on nucleus as plus Ze. So plus Ze is charge on nucleus, E is the charge on electron, V is velocity of electron, and we know electron will have mass. The mass of an electron is 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg. Electrons have got mass, also protons have got mass. Mass of proton is 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg. Need to remember these values. Electronigu mass ade, protonigu mass ade. So let m be the mass of the electron. M be the mass of the electron and r be the radius of the electron orbit. Electron yav orbit na suttirtadalla, orbit the radius r. So these points are to be written in the explanatory part. So explanatory part na again barithiri. Let plus z be the charge on the nucleus. Let plus ze plus ze be the charge on nucleus. E be the magnitude of charge on electron. E be the magnitude of charge on electron. We are just writing the magnitude of charge. Actually minus E is the electron mole charge. We are just writing the magnitude. E be the magnitude of charge on electron. V be the velocity of electron. V is velocity of electron. When it is in its orbit, ಯಾವಾಗ orbit ನ ತಿರುಗ್ತಿರ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಅವಾಗ ಅದರದ್ದು velocity ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂದ್ರೆ v. And r be the radius of electron orbit. Radius of electron orbit. So this must be written in the explanatory part. Whenever you are doing a derivation, try to explain the diagram. Diagram ನಾಗ ಏನದೆ ಅದನ್ನ explain ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ try ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಬಹಳ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಅದ. ರೂದರ್ಫೋರ್ಡ್ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಬರ್ದೀವಿ. ರೂದರ್ಫೋರ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಒಂದು ಆಟಮ್ ಒಳಗೆ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೆಡ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆನ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಡಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಇಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀನಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೋ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಡಿರೈವೇಶನ್ಸ್ಗೂ ಇದೇ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಅನದರ್ 3 ಡಿರೈವೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ರಿಮೈನ್ಸ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್. ಇದೇ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಇದೇ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಗೇನ್. Okay. So plus Ze will be the charge on the nucleus, E will be the charge on the electron, V will be the velocity of electron, R is the radius of electron orbit. ನೋಡ್ರಿ ನಾವು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಟಮ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿವಿ. ಆ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಸುತ್ತಿರೋ ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿವಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. We have just represented a nucleus and an electron revolving around the nucleus. That's it. Okay. So this is the explanatory part. Once you do this, here we are asked to find radius of electron orbit using Rutherford's model. That means we need to use the idea stored by Rutherford to obtain the expression for radius. According to Rutherford, for an electron to revolve around the nucleus, it needs centripetal force, isn't it? For an electron to revolve around the nucleus, it needs centripetal force. I have told you, for any particle to move in circular path, ಯಾವುದೇ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, for any particle to move in circular path, it needs a centripetal force. Can you tell me what provides the electron the necessary centripetal force to go around the nucleus? Electron ಗೆ centripetal force ಹ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? For an electron to revolve around the nucleus, the necessary centripetal force is provided by. Electron ಗೆ centripetal force ಹ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? Electron ಗೆ centripetal force ಹ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ? Very good. The necessary centripetal force is provided by Coulomb's force of attraction between nucleus and the electron. Nucleus ಮತ್ತೆ electron ಮಧ್ಯ ಏನು Coulomb's force of attraction ಅದಲ್ಲ, that Coulomb's force of attraction between nucleus and the electron provides necessary centripetal force for the electron. This is the idea given in Rutherford's model of atom. That is what we are using there. ಅದನ್ನೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ. So necessary centripetal force for an electron to revolve around the nucleus is provided by Coulomb's force. So we know the formula for centripetal force, mv square by r. The formula for centripetal force is mv square divided by r. That is equals to Coulomb's force is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. We know Coulomb's law. According to Coulomb's law, force between any 2 point charges is given by F is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 into Q2 divided by R square. This is Coulomb's law. F is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 into Q2 divided by R square. I have told you what is Q1. Can you tell me what is Q1 in this diagram? ಈ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನಾಗೆ Q1 ಯಾವುದು Q2 ಯಾವುದು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? Can you tell me what is Q1? Q1 ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? I have written Coulomb's force as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. ಈಗ Q1 ಬರಿಬೇಕು. What is Q1? Very good. Q1 is ZE. ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ZE ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. Coulomb's law ನಾಗೆ ಹೇಳಿರ್ತಾರೆ we need to just take the magnitude of the charge. So sign consideration ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, Q1 is ZE. What is Q2? What is Q2? Q2 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 ಆಯ್ತು. What is Q2? Very good. E. Q2 is E. Q1 into Q2 divided by what is the distance between the two charges? E charge ಮತ್ತು E charge ಮಧ್ಯೆ distance ನೋಡ್ರಿ R ಅದೇ. So R square. So centripetal force is provided by Coulomb's force of attraction between nucleus and the electron. Centripetal force is written as mv square divided by r. That is equals to Coulomb's force is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught ZE into E divided by r square. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು r ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು r ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ನಾಗ r ಅದೇ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ r ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅದೇ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು r ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು r ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ರಿ. You will be left out with mv square is equals to ZE into E. ಇದು 1 ಅದೇ. 1 into ZE is ZE into E. ZE into E will be ZE square. Correct ಅಲ್ಲ? Z E into E must be E square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught 4 pi epsilon naught. ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು r ಉಳಿದಿರ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು r ಗೆ 1 r ಮಾತ್ರ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡಿವಿ. See here we have r square. We have cancelled out only 1 r. That means we are left out with r again. ಇನ್ನ ಒಂದು r ಹಾಗೆ ಉಳಿದಿರ್ತದೆ. So mv square is equals to ZE into E ZE square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught 4 pi epsilon naught r. We need the expression for radius. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, this is radius term. This is radius term. ಈ r ನ ಈ ಕಡೆ ತಗೊಂಬರ್ರಿ, mv square ಕೆಳಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ರಿ. So r will be equal to r ಈ ಕಡೆ ತಗೊಂಬರ್ರಿ, r will be equal to ZE square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught mv square. R will be equal to ಇವೆರಡನ್ನು ಇಂಟರ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. R ಈ ಕಡೆ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಂದಿವಿ, mv square ಕೆಳಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ. So r is equals to ZE square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught mv square. This is the expression for radius of electron orbit. This is the expression for radius of electron orbit. But we are asked to find out radius of electron orbit of hydrogen atom. Hydrogen atom nagiro electron orbit radius find out ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. For hydrogen atom, how to okay, we'll do this. For hydrogen atom, what will be the value of Z? Z value ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ hydrogen atom ಗೆ? What is the value of Z? Z value ಎಷ್ಟು? Atomic number. Z represents atomic number. Atomic number for hydrogen atom must be 1. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ for hydrogen atom For hydrogen atom, we know Z is equals to 1. Hydrogen atom ಗೆ Z 1 ಇರಬೇಕು. So ಈ Z ಇರಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡ್ರಿ. 1 into E square will be E square. See, Z is equals to 1 for hydrogen atom. So we will be left out with R is equals to E square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught m v square. This is the expression for radius of electron orbit of a hydrogen atom. R is equals to E square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught m v square. This is the expression for radius of electron orbit of a hydrogen atom using Rutherford's model. Question correct ಓದಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಡಿರೈವೇಶನ್ ಬೋರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ನಾಗೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. We are going to do expression for radius of electron orbit even using Bohr's atomic model. So read the question properly before answering. Okay. So the radius of electron orbit of hydrogen atom using Rutherford's model is R is equals to square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught m v square. Remember, m is the mass of electron. M is mass of electron. V is velocity of electron. See, all are constant quantities. Velocity ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ E is known to us 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. E substitute ಮಾಡಬಹುದು 4. Pi is 3.142. Epsilon naught value ಹೇಳಿನಿ ನಾನು. Electrostatics ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ epsilon naught is 8.854 into 10 to the power of minus 12 farad per meter. Epsilon naught value can be substituted. Of electron is 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg. If we know the velocity of the electron in an orbit, ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ಆರ್ಬಿಟ್ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಬೇಕೋ ಆ ಆರ್ಬಿಟ್ ನಾಗೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ದ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್. ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಯ್ತು ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ? Is the idea of radius of hydrogen atom clear? Radius of electron orbit of a hydrogen atom. ಒಂದ್ಸಾರಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಬರ್ಕೋತೀರಿ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. I'll explain it again. ಇದಿಷ್ಟೇ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಡಿರೈವೇಶನ್ ಈಸಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಬೋರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ನಾಗ ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಹೀಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದ್ 2-3 ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾವ. ಸೊ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಎ ನೋಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್. I'll explain it again so that the things becomes easier as and when we move forward. Bohr's model bandaga this things becomes easier. Just make a note of it. All right. So I was telling, for any electron to revolve around the nucleus, the necessary centripetal force is provided by the Coulomb's force of attraction, nucleus and the electron. So centripetal force must be equal to Coulomb's force. This is the necessary condition that is to be written. Okay. Centripetal force will be provided by the Coulomb's force of attraction between nucleus and electron. Centripetal force is given by mv square divided by r. Centripetal force is given by mv square divided by r. That is equals to Coulomb's force is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. This is Q1. The charge on the nucleus is like Q1 and charge on the electron is like Q2. So Q1 ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ZE, Q2 ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ E divided by distance between the charges ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಎಷ್ಟದ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದ್ರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ R. So R square. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು R ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು R ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. R square ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ into R ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ. So we are just cancelling out one R. Will be now left out with mv square is equals to Z. E into E is E. So Z E square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. 4 pi epsilon naught. ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು R ಓದಿರ್ತದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಹಾಗೆ ಬರ್ತೀವಿ. Since we are asked to find out radius, ಈ ಕಡೆ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬರ್ರಿ LHS ಗೆ mv square ಕೆಳಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ರಿ. We are just transposing ಇವೆರಡನ್ನ. So R becomes equal to Z E square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught square. R is equals to Z E square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught mv square. For hydrogen atom, Z will be equal to, for hydrogen atom, Z will be equal to 1. ಅದು ಬರೀಬೇಕು. For hydrogen atom, Z will be 1. So, if you substitute Z is equals to 1 in this equation, it becomes R is equals to E square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught mv square. The expression for radius of electron orbit of a hydrogen atom. Clear ಆಯ್ತು? ನಮಗೆ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, if we have to calculate radius, we must be knowing velocity of the electron in given orbit. ಉಳಿದಿರವೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್. E constant ಅದೇ 4 constant, epsilon naught constant, m mass of electron is also constant. ಯಾವ ಆರ್ಬಿಟ್ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಬೇಕೋ ಆ ಆರ್ಬಿಟ್ ನಾಗೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, if you know the velocity of the electron in that orbit, you will be able to calculate its radius. So this is regarding the expression for radius of electron orbit. So I hope this is clear. Shall we move forward? Next derivation ಮಾಡೋಣ. Shall we move forward? ಇದು clear ಅದ derivation? Yes. Okay. Fine then. Now we will try an expression for total energy of an electron in the hydrogen atom using Rutherford's model. We will try to now obtain expression for total energy of the electron hydrogen atom using Rutherford's model. Total energy ಎಷ್ಟಿರ್ತದೆ electron ಗೆ ಅದನ್ನ find out ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, whenever an electron is revolving around the nucleus in an electron possesses two types of energy. One is kinetic energy and the another is potential energy. Electron ಗೆ ಎರಡು ರೀತಿ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಇರ್ತವೆ. One is kinetic energy and the another is the potential energy. Kinetic energy ಯಾಕೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ, potential energy ಯಾಕೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. How does electron get kinetic energy and why electron gets potential energy? That must be known. See, in J.J. Thomson's atomic model, it was said that electrons are embedded into positive charge just like in watermelon. Correct alla? Electrons were said to be embedded into positive charge just like seeds in watermelon. Andre, in J.J. Thomson's model, the electrons were at rest. The electrons were at rest in J.J. Thomson's atomic model. Electrons rest nagidu J.J. Thomson's atom model nage. In case of Rutherford model, electrons are not at rest. Instead, electrons are revolving around the nucleus in circular orbit. Hagadre, according to J.J. Thomson's atom model, should an electron possess kinetic energy? According to J.J. Thomson's atom model, should an electron kinetic energy? ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಗೆ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾ? ಜೆ ಥಾಮ್ಸನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಇರ್ತದ? ನೋ. ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಯಾವ್ದಕ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕಷ್ಟೇ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಎ ಸ್ಟೇಷನರಿ ಬಸ್, whenever a bus is at rest, its kinetic energy will be zero. On the other hand, a moving bus will have definite amount of kinetic energy. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ? ಯಾವ್ದು ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ನಾಗಿರ್ತದೋ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ, ಯಾವ್ದು ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಈಗ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ರೂದರ್ಫೋರ್ಡ್ ಜೆ ಥಾಮ್ಸನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ದೇರ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ನೋ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಜೆ ಥಾಮ್ಸನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ. ಬಟ್ ಜೆ ಥಾಮ್ಸನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ರೈಟ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಾರ್ಡೆಡ್, ಅದನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿವಿ. ಈಗ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀವಿ, ವಿ ಆರ್ ರೂದರ್ಫೋರ್ಡ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಮಾಡಲ್. ಇನ್ ರೂದರ್ಫೋರ್ಡ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ it is said that an electron revolves around the nucleus in circular orbit. Since the electron is revolving around the nucleus, it must be possessing kinetic energy. Correct alla? Electron must be possessing kinetic energy. Am I right? Yes. Electron must be possessing kinetic energy because its motion around the nucleus. ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳಿಕ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು ಯಾಕೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಗೆ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅದೇ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿವಾಲ್ವಿಂಗ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟ್, ಇಟ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಪೊಸೆಸಿಂಗ್ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಬಂತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಬಂತು ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಮೋಷನ್ ರೌಂಡ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್. Electron has kinetic energy because of its motion around the nucleus. First thing. ಎರಡನೇದು potential energy ಯಾಕೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ? Electron will also have energy. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, suppose this is the earth. This is earth. This is an object lying on the surface of the earth. ಈ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನ ನಾನು ಈ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ರೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿನಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ to certain height, I should have done some work. Correct alla? I should have done some work to lift this object from earth's surface to certain height. I have done work against, can you tell me against what force I have done work? Against force I have done work. Against what force? Very good. Against gravitational force I have done work. Work done against gravitational force will be stored in the object in the form of, ಈಗ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಈ ಪೆನ್ನ ಲಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ 10 ಜೌಲ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. ಈ 10 ಜೌಲ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಹ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? 10 ಜೌಲ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಹ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ? ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಪೊಟೆನ್ಶಿಯಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ದ 10 ಜೌಲ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪೆನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಶಿಯಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. ನಾನೀಗ ಈ ಪೆನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಈ ಪೆನ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ದ ಪೆನ್ ಮೂವ್ಸ್ ಟು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ all the potential energy will get converted into kinetic energy. This means whenever you start displacing an object away from the earth's surface, you are storing potential energy in it. Similarly, when electron is at distance from the nucleus, when electron is at certain distance from the nucleus, because of its position, electron the position nodri, it near the nucleus, instead it is at certain distance from the nucleus. If pen enadalla, it is like electron. The earth is like nucleus now. The earth is like nucleus. Nucleus in the electron certain distance nagade antandre ee position hatra there must be certain potential energy. Because of its position, electron potential energy. So the electron in an atom has two kinds of energies. Electron in an atom has got two kinds of, what are they? Yav energy ave? One is the kinetic energy and the another is the potential energy. Kinetic energy is because motion around the nucleus. Potential energy is because of its position in the atom. Atom ಒಳಗೆ ಈ electron the position potential energy depend ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So electron in an atom has got two kinds of energy. One is kinetic energy and the another is the potential energy. Total energy of an electron in its orbit. ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಈ ಆರ್ಬಿಟ್ ನಾಗೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ electron in its orbit is the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy of the electron. So total energy is represented by E, capital E. Total energy is represented by capital E. Total energy is the sum of kinetic energy and the potential energy. Total energy ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಏನೇನು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ kinetic energy ನು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು, potential energy ನು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. Okay, I'm going to session. Join me again for another 10 minutes. We'll finish it off, and in our next class we will start both atomic models. I'm going to end this session. Join me again. So I was telling you, whenever an electron is revolving around the nucleus in its orbit, it will be possessing two types of energies. One is the kinetic energy and the another is the potential energy. Kinetic energy is because of its motion around the nucleus. Electron nucleus ಸುತ್ತಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ kinetic energy ಇರ್ತದೆ. And because of its position in the atom, electron also possesses potential energy. Total energy is the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. ನಮಗೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ kinetic energy ಮತ್ತೆ potential energies ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So total energy is the sum of kinetic energy and the potential energy. So we will call this as equation number 1. ನೋಡಿ ಈ equation ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ diagram and the expression is the same. Plus is charge on the nucleus, E is charge on the electron, V velocity of the electron, M mass of the electron, R is the radius of the electron. ಇಷ್ಟೇ explanation diagram ಇದೆ ಹಾಕೋದು same explanation ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮುಗಿತು. So total energy is the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. ಈಗ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ if we want total energy, we must be knowing kinetic energy of electron and potential energy of electron. ಎರಡು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು, kinetic energy and then potential energy. Am I audible? ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಮಾತಾಡೋದು? Okay, so we will first find out the kinetic energy of the electron, then we will find out potential energy of the electron, and we will add them. So total energy is sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. We will call this as equation number 1. This is equation 1 ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯೋಣ. First we will find out kinetic energy. Kinetic energy ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡೋದು? We will calculation of kinetic energy. Nodri kinetic energy ಹೇಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ. We are now calculating kinetic energy. I have told you, electron gets kinetic energy because it is revolving around the nucleus. For an electron to revolve around the nucleus, we know centripetal force is provided by Coulomb's force. Centripetal force is provided by Coulomb's force. We know centripetal force is mv square by r is equals to Coulomb's force between nucleus and electron. Coulomb's force between nucleus and electron. Coulomb's force is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Ze into E divided by r square. Correct bardina?
ತಪ್ಪದ ಏನನ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅದ so centripetal force is equals to Coulomb's force. Centripetal force is mv square by r is equals to Coulomb's force between nucleus and electron is 1 by 4 pi epsilon Ze into E divided by r. Ze into E divided by r square. We will cancel out r and r again. Kill cancel madri. We will be left out with mv square is equals to Ze into E must be Ze square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r. We have cancelled out r and r, so we are left out with mv square is equals to Ze into E Ze square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r. We know what is kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is half mv square. Kinetic energy is half mv square. But ನಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ನೋಡಿ ಬರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ನೋಡಿ we have mv square ನಮಗೆ mv square ಅದು ಆಗಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲಿ mv square ಅದೇ what is missing ಏನು ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ here we already have mv square half miss ಆಗಿದೆ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ can I do it kinetic energy somehow equation ನ kinetic energy equation ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾ can I somehow convert this equation into kinetic energy equation as have ಮಾಡಬಹುದು can you tell me how to do it ಇದು mv square ಅದ ಇದನ್ನ half mv square ಮಾಡಬಹುದು we will just multiply on both sides by half ಎರಡು ಕಡೆಗೆ half ಇಂದ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ we will get half mv square is equals to half into Ze square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r. Notice I have just multiplied on both sides by half. So I get half mv square is equals to half into idukku half multiply ಮಾಡಬೇಕು idukku half multiply ಮಾಡಬೇಕು half mv square is equals to half into Ze square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r. So what is half mv square? What is half mv square? In half mv square, what is half mv square? Half mv square is nothing but kinetic energy, right? We got the expression for kinetic energy then. So kinetic energy is half mv square is nothing but kinetic energy that is equals to numerator 1 into Ze square is Ze square 1 into Ze square 2 4s are 8 pi epsilon naught r. This is the expression for kinetic energy of the electron in an orbit. One orbit ಒಳಗೆ electronic ಎಷ್ಟು kinetic energy ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it will be equal to Ze square divided by 8 pi epsilon naught r. How to calculate kinetic energy is clear. Kinetic energy how calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು clear ಅದ kinetic energy ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ kinetic energy ಯಾಕೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ because the electron is revolving around the nucleus. For an electron to revolve around the nucleus, this is the necessary condition. In condition satisfy ಆಗಲೇಬೇಕು. Centripetal force is equals to Coulomb's force. Centripetal force is mv square by r is equals to Coulomb's force is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Ze into E divided by r square. ಇದು ಯಾರಿಗಾನ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅದಾಯನ Coulomb's force ಬರೆಯೋದು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಬರೀತಿದೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಬರೆಯೋದು ಯಾರಿಗಾನ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅದಾಯನ Coulomb's force ಹ್ಯಾಗ್ ಬಂತು Ze ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬಂತು E ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬಂತು ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅದಾಯನ ಯಾರಿಗಾದ್ರೂ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸರಿ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕಡೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ We are going to write the same thing. Okay. So centripetal force is mv square by r is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught z e into e divided by r square. R get r cancel ಆಗ್ತದೆ. We will be left out with mv square is equals to 1 into ze into e. Idistu numerator multiply ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ze square ಬರ್ತದೆ divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r. 4 pi epsilon naught r ಬರ್ತೀವಿ. ಈಗ mv ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತು. ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. mv ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬಹಳ ಈಜಿ. ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಎರಡು ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹಾಫ್ ಇಂದ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ. Multiply both sides by half. So this becomes half mv square is equals to half into z square. Sorry, z square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. Half mv square is nothing but kinetic energy. That is equals to z square divided by 2 4s of 8 pi epsilon naught. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಹೇಳಿ. ಯಾವ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು? z ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ 1. ಓಕೆ. e is charge on electron, 8 constant, pi constant, epsilon constant. If we know the radius of electron orbit, we will be able to calculate kinetic energy. If we know the radius of electron orbit, we will be able to will be able to calculate kinetic energy. But r ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ. r ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಬೇಕು ಸರ್? ಗೊತ್ತೇನೋ r ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯೋದು? Do we know how to find r? r find out ಮಾಡೋದು ಗೊತ್ತದ? ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಅವರಿಗೆ? Yes, we have derived it. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ನಿಮಗೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So you must be knowing how to calculate radius. Anyway, ಇಷ್ಟಿರಲಿ kinetic energy ಆಗಿರಲಿ. In tomorrow's class, we will discuss how to calculate potential energy and we will finish off this derivation. ಇವತ್ತು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಡಿರೈವೇಶನ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ವರೆಗೂ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. In our next class, we will discuss how to calculate potential energy and we will finally arrive at the expression for total energy and we will begin Bohr's atomic model in our next class. I hope this class is clear. Okay then. See you tomorrow.